Oh, hey, my name's Trenton. Willie. Cracker. Whoever.
You gotta ask yourself though, in the eye of infinity, what destiny mocks down.
And I'll send it to you again. Brian's gonna Hey, cool. A pussy cockler from Dingle. Fuck you, like Tater. You got pimp. Selling your eyes to your dick and your dick to your mouth. How's it look inside your dick? Chomp, chomp, chomp. Oh yeah. You're so fucked up, called packs of wild birthday cakes, beating up lines. You super little shopping guy. Go fuck yourself on the roof of despair where you can find that you are worthless. Kill yourself. Hey, at least I'm not in a band with a big name like you, Sunshine. I've got a friend from the moon who has a dad acting like your dad's name. Your band's worse than Blue Ribbon Glee Club. I hope you wake up one day and your body's gone except for your teeth. Oh yeah, mock hockey knocker. Why don't you discover who you really are and get enlightenment? I'm chill. I don't need attention everywhere I go. Whoa! At least I don't feel while laughing at somebody who's molesting seagulls in front of kids. Don't judge me! You fuck women that are so old, they could die while you're fucking them. At least I'm fingering birds and I dye them with my dead dye, Ming Donger. Oh no, you're the Ming Donger! You crisscross? Ain't no pussycopter. I'd be riding helicopters while your helicopter is dyking it out. You clip fart copter? Oh, that stings, but I got some reverse tree guilt juice. 9/11 was an inside job. Inside your twat. You poop eater. Because you know those guys are always talking about their pool tables. They think their pool tables are so cool. They're like, I know everything about pool tables. I'm like, the king of pool tables. It's just like, gum lollipops, go around shooting cops. And you're all like, I got the best pool table. Hey, I got a joke for you. What do you call a gay cow? A cow weir. Hey, what's a racial slur for birds in the Middle East? Owl heads. Oh no, I mean, why didn't I pronounce the T? It's towel heads, because the birds wear turbans in the Middle East too, if you haven't noticed. What about, so, like, what I was thinking on my walk over here, I saw this skeleton that's like, yeah, I'm good at sex. Skeletons know how to bone. And then it's just like, somebody gives you a pillow and you think, I'm going to go to sleep in this pillow, but it's just full of razor blades and peanut butter. And what are you going to do with that pillow? You know, you try fucking the pillow, and it's like, what's the difference between throwing tic-tac-toe and Tetris with your aunt's nose? Well, there's no inflatable windows at that point. And I would just ask the ghost tree outside, why do you think you can boo me around? Because you're stuck in the ground, and you can't even move, and you think you're so cool. You think you're all that in the back of castles? But guess what? You're not. Because you, when you were a human and you're reincarnated, before you reincarnated into a ghost tree, you took this shower and you're like, I'm getting clean. I have OCD, 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 OCD. Because you take showers like 15 times a day before you became a ghost tree. Let's just face it, that's the fact, you know? It's like, you look at, you say the word peanut, and you're like, what, there's urine all over my balls, you know? So, what you're really thinking is, I'm taking this shower, and why do I always eat bread when I'm in the shower? I've always eaten big old bowls of bread. It's just, I got a bowl of bread, and I finish it, I have another bowl of bread waiting for me when I get done with that bowl of bread. I got another bowl of bread, and then you step outside, and you step on the carpet that you bought that day, that new carpet, and turns out you accidentally bought a magic carpet. You're flying through the skylight with your big old bowl of bread. What's going to happen in the sky? Planes and birds are going to eat that bread. Flying fish crabs. I don't know if you've seen a fish crab, but if you could picture a combination between a fish and a crab, it's just like... It's just like you know, is when you decapitate yourself so you can get on the meteorite going to heaven. You're on this meteorite, and you're like, yeah, I'm all that in a bag of castles, I'm gonna go meet God. That's pretty awesome. But then you see what's in that meteorite. Look deep in your soul, in your mind, become one with the universe. What's in that meteorite? I'll tell you, a bunch of bulimic calendars throwing up October. Some of them are throwing up September. Some of them are throwing up the whole goddamn year. And you're going back in time because somebody just threw up 1974. Someone threw up 1800s. So you're back in the 1800s. Now they're gonna think you're a witch because you just travel back in time. Who travels back in time besides witches and communists and terrorists? Witches. So they're gonna grab you. They're gonna put you on a wooden stake. And they're going to say, well, if he burns up, then he's definitely a human. And if he's invincible, he's a witch. And we got to take our weapons. Back then they had different weapons. They had the laser guns. And so they're going to shoot you with their laser guns. I couldn't think of the word laser gun. And they're going to shoot you with these laser guns. And guess what? This guy that went back in time because these calendars were vomiting up different time periods. Yeah, he was a witch. So he's on the run, on the fly, actually. And people are shooting lasers at him, and he's dodging lasers left and right like it's no man's business. But it's really his business. And then what happens is he comes to a tree, and there's a lever on the tree. And he goes... And that's him pulling down the lever. That's the sound it makes. And then the doors open up to the lever. The doors open up to the tree. And the sound the doors make is like this. And he goes inside of the tree, and once you know it, there's a little leprechaun sitting there, and he says, oh, you must be the witch that's on the run from the 1800 laser gun wielders. And he's like, I got something that can beat up any laser gun fanatic. I got a musket that has 14 sandwiches inside of it. You're going to shoot sandwiches out of the musket, and I guarantee it's going to be good. And he sees all these crabs all over the place. He's like, what's the deal with that? I thought leprechauns were allergic to crabs and didn't like crabs. And I thought you guys liked gold. And he's like, no, that's a myth. We don't have pots of gold. We only have pots of crabs. And that's too bad because sometimes you go to the end of the rainbow and you're allergic to shellfish. And guess what? Your face is going to be covered in pimples. Because your allergic reaction makes you have pimples. They're going to sell them to you. And you get on your tandem horse after you have an allergic reaction to shellfish. You're going to get on your tandem horse, and wouldn't you know it, some damn asshole is going to be walking his pet used car accident that's going to get off his leash, and it's going to fucking hit the tandem horse and blow up. And you're hanging out with your pregnant woman pinata, because you have a fetish for pregnant women pinatas, because it's the only pregnant woman that's socially acceptable to beat. In fact, you're supposed to beat a pinata. And guess what? Fetus candy everywhere. And who's eating it? Kids. Kids eating kids, presented by kids, is the more you know, the more you know. Yo. My name, you know that song? It's name a song where it's yo, you can't fuck with me. My name is T-Unit, Trenton Willie. If your fist is gonna attack a cracker, I got a Big Macca that will smack you. So you can picture a Big Mac with these long arms, and in the palm of the hand is just cacti and pocket volcanoes to slap whoever. And then it says, Big Macca that will smack you. Knick-knack paddywhacker, ride my pimp-ass tractor, made out of Dracula's. And oh, did I mention that it came from Zorb Dimension? I was at a shit convention, smelling farts was my intention. Then the whole world opened up to me. 9 to 5 slavery was gone because I was in Zorb Dimension. Best of witches, snitches, and fishes, because I only get sucked off by fishes. And I love to lick a fish clit and get anal by a swordfish. And that is the memoir that my dad painted on a broken memory in the reflected glass that was shattered in memories times. He was an epic poet, a painter. He was a true blue American sweetheart that blew my mind away. Anyway, back to the leprechaun in the tree. He gave this guy a musket full of sandwiches, full of deer skull sandwiches. And he went out and he shot the people that had the laser guns. And then he had to go find a bulimic calendar that would eat vomit. Would eat the year 2010, so it could go back to 2010, and get back on this meteorite and meet God, because that was his goal. An angel said, "You are the best tap dancer in history, and you have to perform in front of God." So he did find a calendar, and he shoved 2010 down his throat, and then he was back on the meteorite to meet God, like he was supposed to. So his name is Izzy. And his planet, there is a planet called Izzy that is the origin of this man. So he goes up to heaven and he meets God, and God's like, "Tap dance!" Hold on, I can't. Let me try to impersonate God's voice again. I know I can do it better. God said, "Tap dance!" And then God said, he started tap dancing. And then he said, "Hey, you, tell me a joke." And he said, "What do you call a gay pedophile ghost going through a difficult divorce?" Bruce Willis's character is sex. God didn't find it amusing. And then he said, "What do you call a gay man on his period? Someone that saw his first M. Night Shyamalan movie?" God was still not impressed. And then he said, "Okay, well, did you hear that M. Night Shyamalan tried smoking weed like 15 to 20 times and it never worked? Looks like M. Night Shyamalan is unbakeable." God still didn't critch a smile, didn't crack a little, not even a little. So what happened next is he said to God, "Yo, Pops, why don't you check out this dog?" And his head turned into a cat for a second, then back to a person's head. God still was like, I can do that with my dick. And then he's like, "Oh, you like dick jokes? I got a dick joke for your God." And then he said, "All right, sock it to me." And he said, "All right, Socrates, sock on these." And he said, I saw this gay claymated porn, and all the scenes were like, they all masturbated and became clay, white clay. And then there was a scene where the guy opened up the Bible to the verse, "A man shan't lie with another man," and a dick grew out of that. And he started jacking off the Bible. And then on the foreskin of the shaft of the Bible, there was a clit, and he started masturbating the Bible's dick clit. And then God came down and started sucking off the guy. And as he made the Bible's clit dick come,
this guy came in God's mouth, and then God shat cum on a bunch of Darfurians' faces, and then this fat cracker came by that was going to fund Darfurians to be able to save their life because they were starving, but then he saw the Darfurians with white all over their faces, and he's like, "Oh, you're doing a white face routine, you nig dogs ain't getting nothing." And that's just how God shits his tragedies on everything, all the time. Palestine and Israel. And then God got really mad at that and started a war between heaven and earth. But in purgatory, that's where the Cherators were. They are the most lazy beings on earth. It's like a centaur or a minotaur. It's a Cherator, half person, half chair. They're the laziest things. And they actually go on tour doing charity work. So it's kind of a pun on their existence. They are Cherators doing charity, and they're just lazy fucking people. And you gotta ask yourself, though, in the eye of infinity, when destiny mocks thou, and thine has a sword and one unibrow's past time, is would the time reflect the Inquisition that would have a shattered existence? And the existence isn't what we should be questioning. What we should be questioning is, where the fuck is that air conditioner humping a sandal? I'll tell you why. Because if you look at the aura tattoos on Stephen King, he has a tattoo that says, "I love my zombie mom." And you're like, wow, you're going really far if you will tattoo your aura to say, "I love my zombie mom." And your house is going to be covered in skulls? I mean, Charles Manson has a better taste in decorations. His prison cell, you ever seen it? He decorates it with little pine trees that sing. Kind of like those fish that sing on walls that rednecks have. And he also, Charles Manson, has, he just opens up his stomach and like little skeletons fall out. All we do is fear. I mean, Frankenstein. Yeah. Well, did you know that Frankenstein was actually in the attic with Anne Frank at the time? Did you know that?
What were they doing?
What were they doing? They were shitting in buckets. Because they couldn't leave that damn attic. They tried to. Actually, the worst thing that happened was the guy that got in a war with God and all these fucking people in heaven and earth, the tap dancer. Okay, he was riding another meteorite to go to Dimension Scrag. And what happened was, he was riding another meteorite full of bulimic calendars were in there. And wouldn't you know it, one of them threw up a date that he entered, and then he ended up in the attic of Anne Frank. But that's not good. A tap dancer in that attic. There's no place for a tap dancer, and there's no wonder why they got caught. Just because he had to be a fool, and he's like, yeah, I get it, your lives, boo-hoo, but I got to tap dance. That's what I got to do. And the Nazis really liked his tap dancing. He got to perform in all the cool venues in Auschwitz. On the oven. I think his tap dancing, when he tap danced, sounded a little bit something like this. That's what it sounds like when I jerk off too. I mean, it's just like, have you ever seen a Blender's doppelganger try to enter Dolly Parton lookalike contest? The closest thing I ever seen one of the motherfuckers look like is a jack-o'-lantern, and goddamn it, jack-o'-lantern doesn't look like Dolly Parton. Pardon me, ma'am, but this Parton ship is over because Dolly Parton. Okay, Dolly Parton's baby maybe looked like a jack-o'-lantern when she was in the pregnancy of it. But, you know. But yeah, what did Frankenstein do with the attic of Anne Frank? mostly helped retarded potato farmers from Maine learn how to play Scrabble. I don't even know, but a lot of people from Maine were going up and out of this attic trying to figure out how to play Scrabble. Because these retarded potato farmers don't act like you've never seen a retard mascot. Because a retarded mascot be all jumbly juice. I was on my high school's varsity Russian roulette team, and the mascot was a retarded gun. It kept shooting itself right in the gauge fork. And then, when you try to eat your food with a gauge fork, you're gonna fucking shoot your throat down into your stomach, and then your ass is gonna be on your head. I don't know if you've ever seen an ass head, but ass heads, they have like a helmet with an ass. When an F-bomb drops on one of those motherfuckers, the whole entire earth is gonna be floating in shit. And we're gonna have 90% of water, nope, 90% shit. Okay, just listening to rumors going on in here. I gotta blow my nose. I don't know if anyone else wants to. This is gonna be a Night Trotter thing, everyone. And I'm gonna wait for everyone that's watching this.
I got issues.
Okay. We got.
You're gonna do some interviews too.
Okay, wait, hold on. 5 seconds. Everyone, get out your tissue. We're all gonna blow our nose at the same time. And if you blow your nose exactly like me, you win the grand prize. So, and I'll send it to you in the mail. It's a surprise, though. I don't want to give away what it is. But let's just say it has to do with a surprise. Okay.
Exciting.
You're gonna blow your nose. Okay. Let's go. 1, 2, go. And that's you eating the Mondo King booger. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna do an interview with Luke from the popular band New Sunrise.
No, you're gonna interview Jacob. No, you first.
Ah! This is popular band. Come on. This guy's being a dork. Hey. You have a diarrhea in the toilet at New Sunrise's house, and you're like, hey, I wonder what my diarrhea tastes like, and you just like do a few licks to the plunger, you know? You ever? Well, swordfish didn't have fucking swords in front of their mouths, but they had plungers. That would be one shitty fish to eat, you know? Well, if Pinocchio had a plunger instead of a long nose, he would be trying to make out the girls and getting shit all over their mouths. Hey, Pinocchio! Oh, I got shit on my mouth. I got a joke for you while waiting for Luke. You ever see a funny-looking guy mowing a lawn, you know? He has that type of look that, you know, Aunt has on a forehead, you know? Look at how funny-looking. Mowing his lawn, you know, just mowing and mowing and mowing. And then he runs over a boomerang and it remows the whole entire lawn! Hey, Luke, come on. Luke's over there molesting flowers. Luke is a flower molester. That's all he does all day. Hey, there's a tulip. Why don't I just steal its virginity? Hey, Venus flytrap, here's a soy fly. Oh, plus my testicles are in your throat. Oh, what's that sunflower over there? Oh, I don't know. It's not a sunflower anymore. It's been deflowered. He deflowers flowers.
That's good.
He pops the choopless cherries. So why are you such a flower molester?
I don't want to respond to that. I don't want to respond to that. Better ask another fucking question because I'm not going to respond to that.
So how did your band Puke Sunrise get so popular?
I don't want to fucking talk about that.
Okay.
Ask another fucking question.
But why you wearing that mask?
Why do you keep asking these goddamn questions?
Okay. Why don't you ask questions then?
Trenton, how do you feel about finally recording your night session today?
Well, it's kind of a waste of time. I could be counting my cherry pie collection
Well, let's be honest here, Trent. You could be with your elderly living mate, your old woman lady friend,
Yeah.
skipping around town. Is that correct? Eating eyeball candy?
Could be eating eyeball candy. She's wearing an eye hat. I could, but really I just want to count my pie collection. And I do have a glass eye collector.
Trent, cut to the chase.
Alright, I'm cutting the chase in half right now. And I'll give you half of the chase. And I'm going to put half the chase in my pocket. And I cut the chase.
Okay, Trenton.
I agree.
Are you ready to get serious?
Yeah, I was born. No, I was born serious. Born a month early.
Okay, Trenton. Are you prepared to interview a special Halloween guest?
Is it Dracula?
Coming up after the break, Dracula.
You know what? I can't believe I'm wearing clothes. Isn't that boring?
Yeah. Why are you wearing so many clothes for an interview with like Dracula on Halloween? I don't understand.
All right, now my dick's gonna be doing the interviewing. Can we get a close up of this? Okay, hold on.
Oh, Dracula!
Hold on. Dracula's coming up soon! We're gonna interview Dracula! I'm Trenton's assistant! My name is Edgar! Dracula! Hey! Dracula! It's too far away, you can see me too. Hey, Dracula! Dracula! Where are you, Dracula?
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Dracula! You're on, Dracula.
Alright. If I had something to hold this, my dick could interview Dracula, but... So, Dracula.
What do you think Dracula's real name is?
What's your real name, Dracula?
I can't tell you that.
No? Can you answer this question?
No.
Can you answer this question?
No.
I didn't even like garlic, but I guess you don't like shit either. Well, let me ask you another question. What's your favorite sport? Your favorite sport?
Oh, my glasses!
I want to be a vampire. So Dracula just goes around attacking four eyes, breaking their glasses. You ever read a Dracula story, you're just gonna realize he's not gonna fucking kill you. He's gonna just break glasses. So when Dracula does, the real story about Dracula, he just goes around. He's like, "Hey, you got glasses? Oh, I'm gonna attack him because you put a microphone up your ass and you're shoving it in my nose, so I'm gonna break your goddamn glasses." That's the stereotype about people with glasses, that they're gonna shove microphones up your ass and then shove them in your nose, and then vampires are gonna come around and break your gosh darn glasses, guard tootin'. Cause the silliest thing I ever heard was, what happened was I saw this guy in an alleyway. No, he had fish sticks in his nose. It was a Tuesday at 2:22 p.m. and he saw a woman with a purse covered in makeup and a vacuum cleaner that was wearing high-heel shoes, covered in lipstick. And he's like, "Yeah, woman." And he said, "I'm going to rape you." And he held her down and he started stealing her money and trying to rape her. And then she said, "Help me, cardboard dog with a vacuum cleaner for a left arm." And then a cardboard dog with a vacuum cleaner for a left arm flew by and sucked up the robber. So whenever you're in desperate help needs, go and ask for cardboard dog with a vacuum cleaner for a left arm. Blowing nose time. Because, wouldn't you know that when you try to walk the plank, when a pirate's like, oh, matey, it's time for you to swim with the sharks. You're gonna walk the plank, you see all these, tootin' sharks swimming around. And you're like, I've been attacked by a tree shark before, and I used my telepathy and I blew it up, but water sharks, I don't know what the HE double hell sticks I'm gonna do. I mean, am I right? You guys know what this is like, right? And then, wouldn't you know it, you just remembered you have one of your best friends by your side. His name is good old Hummer. Well, you thought he was with you. He's the type of friend that he'll grind against chicks in a dance club, and if he gets he's a Hummer, he skins them. So, he's going to jump in the water with you. And you know this Hummer. Hummers can beat up a shark any day of the week. Ask my dad. I got $100 in the bank. And then you jump off into the water, but whoops, you misheard. It wasn't your friend Hummer with you. It was your friend Hummus. And sharks won't eat hummus. Nope. They're gonna kick your ass. But once you know, you got a seal in your pocket to throw to the sharks, and you throw your seal. Then you go to Atlantis and meet all these blue gilly people. And someone's getting gosh darn lice in my coffee right now. I'm gonna drink lice coffee instead of iced coffee. I made it as strong as a glasses. Well, here's my favorite impersonation.
Don't break it.
Here's my favorite impersonation of Dear Man. I'm a deer, and I'm kind of a man. Hey, why don't I go eat deer food? Or maybe I could eat human food. Either way is good with me. Hope I don't get shot by a hunter, but it would be illegal for the most part. Hey, I want to go in the woods, or maybe a house. Either way is good with me. Here's an impersonation of a little character I like to call Stomp, okay? So, I was thinking about taking the recycling out today. I like helping out Earth, and I pick up litter, and I am very good friends with a lot of people. I love my life, and I'm going to take the recycling. Stop! So, I'm thinking about going to see the new Arcade Fire movie starring Justin Timberlake and Keanu Reeves, and I'm going to take my daughter out shopping at the Orange Chicken Store. Stop! And maybe I'm going to go try to talk to the new seal dealer and try to get some new seals to put in my pocket. And I think my best friend is a misogynistic dishwasher, and I want to help my dishwasher. Stop! My stamp collection is getting pretty big. Stop! So, I guess the point to all this.
Did it just blow it?
Did it?
Oh, the mic turned on.
Looks like I don't know how to use
That was
microphone.
one hell of a way to end that joke. That was good.
I guess the point to all this.
What's the point?
The point is.
Jesus, are these jokes?
No, well, there's a point. There's a message. Is there a point to all this?
No, yeah. No.
The point is. Okay, you see this ghost mailman that has an electrical outlet in his lower back so he can make toast while he's walking around putting mail in mailboxes that's not applicable anymore because he's a ghost.
Does he hand out toast too?
He hands out toast too. Usually, a lot of time, the envelopes are made out of toast. And you eat it and you're like, oh, I just ate my grandmother's letter and check. Or, it's like, oh yeah, you get your dad's ashes in a vase sent to you by mail and you're like, whoa, this is one big piece of toast. Oh, you fucking break your teeth on the base and you swallow your dad who ends up possessing you. And you're a teethless son of a bitch who's possessed by your dad. So I guess the point is, you gotta always question everything. Even the toast you eat. Question everything. Everything. Even the toast you eat. Because there's nothing in the world anymore except for just a few numbers. Because we're all dead inside. We're all dead. 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 No!
It's always about toast. Everything's about toast. The point of my message is there's nothing but toast. Everything is toast related. Your car's made out of toast. Your brain's made out of toast. Your girlfriend's made out of toast. Look, I don't even have any damn legs anymore. I just have a blue wheel that gets me around. I'm like, my mother was a Segway. And that Segway was made out of toast. There's nothing in the world. Every library book in the library, those aren't goddamn books, that's goddamn toast. You think it's a book, but it's not. You think these glasses are made out of plastic? No, they're made out of toast. Everything's made out of toast. Dogs are made out of toast. Cats are made out of toast. Planes are made out of toast. Time is made out of toast. Clocks are made out of toast. Your toast is made out of toast. Your toast toast is made out of toast. Your toast toast is made out of toast. Toast is made out of toast. And a haunted house is made out of toast. Toast, 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 toast. O.J. Simpson was not found guilty. He was found toast. Toast, toast, toast. Your toes are made out of toast. Toast, 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 toast. This microphone's made out of toast. Your eyes are made out of toast. Toast. Toast, toast. Toast. That ghost has good boobs. Toast.